Hey, what's going on YouTube? Naded here, back again with another video for you guys, and today I have another episode of Running Around, this time on the pit in Halo 3. We're going to be going over some beginning strats, nades, jumps, tactics, hiding spots, ledges, anything you can think of, and maybe you guys can learn a couple new things you didn't know. So let's go ahead and hop into it. And also, quick note here, this is one of the only maps in the game where you can only spawn on your half of the map. So no matter where the enemy is, where you are, where your team is, you're only going to be spawning at the base that you initially spawn in, and just on that specific side half of the map. So if you don't have a BR off the spawn, obviously you want to grab that if you can. You have rockets over there, but what usually I like to do is go for the sniper, and I like to do this little pro trick jump where you jump right here and land just about on that bottom, and boom, you get a big boost over towards the sniper, and you can actually go really far off that boost. And basically what you do is you have to hit this little invisible bump that is on the bottom of these ramps. There's even a few more around the map that you can utilize, but this one right here, you know, you can use to bounce right over towards the sniper and get there as quick as possible. And basically, if you don't know what these are used for, Bungie usually puts these into the game to help newer players not get so frustrated when they're trying to walk up a ramp, and it makes it easy to just walk onto the ramp. Even though, you know, it's a slanted ramp, you could just walk straight up on that invisible hill. But you can also use it as a boost, obviously, to get to the sniper and just launch straight across. And it's just a really nice opening strat because you'll be able to get to the sniper as quick as you possibly can, and you're flying very, very far, and you can get all the way over here in about like a second to start the game. Grab the sniper, and you're already pre-aiming their side before they can even think about grabbing their sniper. So really nice way to start the game. And from here you have a couple options. I mean, you can go for the overshield. I don't normally like going over for the overshield because it kind of puts you, you know, in the worst position on the map, the lowest position, and usually you don't, you know, I would much rather bait the overshield. So usually what I do is either I lift up this way to grab the regenerator up here and get a time on that, or I sometimes try to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe grab the power drain over here on mid bridge and move up on the map, maybe bring the sniper into sword, or on this side. And even another thing you can do is go for camo. So, you know, it depends, because sometimes people don't really go for camo, so you can always check to see if people even grabbed it. Let's say you grab the sniper to start the game, you take this route right here, you can actually jump up and you can see right there for a split moment if somebody grabbed it or not. So depending on if someone did, I mean, getting camo sniper is a really, really good strategy on this map. And this map, it's really, you know, one of the tougher maps to control on your own, because you have so many different variables with a power drain, 2 regenerators, 2 snipers, camo, rockets, and a sword, overshield, shotguns. I mean, there is a lot of just random items scattered around this map that people can utilize and take over the game with. So you got to really be on top of, you know, what is going to be spawning on the map, so you can be in the right positions to get the power-ups, get the weapons, and try to keep control, because it is very easy for really any player, you know, whether they're new or, you know, a seasoned player. You know, a power weapon like rockets, for example, is going to be really easy kills for no matter who picks them up. So got to keep that in mind. Just got to really rotate this on this map, and, you know, be aware of a lot of different angles. But that is usually what I like to do off the start of the game. But just in general, guys, if you're going to be controlling this map, I mean, obviously you want to get the camo. I mean, I think controlling probably green, the green hall over here, and just, you know, the rocket hallway, this area right here, getting a sniper on this side of the map on banana or in sword over here, and just locking down their base. I mean, getting a sniper over here on this side of the map is just very, very deadly, because you can get spawn kills here, anywhere here. You have so many angles. And then you can also, if you want to be really, really aggressive, push the sniper all the way up to their top tower. And when you get into this position with your teammates covering you, the other team is not going to have a good time, because, like I said, they only spawn on this side of the map. So they're going to be spawning either in their shotgun, they could be spawning all the way up here in their green box, they can spawn inside sword, and they can also spawn down here on literally on the overshield. So you got to be aware of all those spawns, but they will not spawn on your side of the map. So You just got to be aware of the rotations that are happening with the spawns, and you know, obviously they can also spawn over here on the flag area in the middle of the base. But you know, basically you're just up here rotating sniper, and the whole goal of really just any map in general in Halo, especially Pit, because there's a lot more weapons on this map, is to keep the weapons away from the enemy team as much as possible. So anytime you push up with a power weapon, you are taking a risk, and if you die, you're going to be giving the other team a chance to pick that weapon up and use it, as opposed to constantly making sure you're rotating, being in good positions with the power weapons to make sure your team can contest them if you do die, and things like that. And you know, that is one mistake I always see people make on this map, is they get the sniper and then they push right away, let's say to get the overshield right here, and they're like, oh, okay, I'm ready to dominate, I have overshield sniper, and they push right into the enemy base. But meanwhile, there's a player right up there with the sniper baiting this push on a, you know, this very bad position on the map, and boom, they get sniped once, twice, and they don't even have a regen, and they end up dying and giving the other team stacked sniper ammo to start the game. You know, and anytime that happens, you're probably going to lose, especially if a good player gets a sniper. I mean, you have 20, literally over 20 shots that you could potentially be using for, you know, minutes before any other sniper even, you know, appears on the map. But that's something to really keep in mind, is this is going to be more of a standoff map, you know, people staying on their side, covering with snipers, things like that. But at the same time, you also can make it a lot more fast-paced if you are aggressive with the power weapons and really force the action and, you know, play a little bit more risky. Probably the best way to do it is obviously more of a balanced play style, being a little more aggressive at times, but also being passive when you have a lead, you know, and holding down, you know, making sure your team is controlling the sniper on this map is going to be the key to winning it for sure. So but some key spots to go over here, you know, obviously you got this spot right here, you can get up onto this light, get up top even here, which is a really nice spot to stand. And you also obviously have a lot of trick jumps. You can actually trick jump off of this ledge right here, right up to the top of the lift without even hitting the lift. One of my favorite jumps to try to attempt. Very, very tough jump to hit, but you know, when I do randomly hit it, it is very satisfying and very, very nice to throw off your opponents. I'm probably not going to be able to do it in the video because it is more of a random jump. I don't have it down pat, but oh, there's the jump I have down pat. Nice little trick jump there. You can jump right off of that spot. And what another thing a lot of people don't realize too is you can jump straight up top here, just straight from the pit without even doing anything else, just like that. So you just got to jump, hold crouch, and kind of bang your knees right on that spot right there while you're holding forward, and you're able to just hop right up. So a lot of people might not realize you can do that, and they think they're stuck down there. Same thing with this location here. You can just hop right up, boom, just like that. So really easy jumps to be able to get out of a bad location and get up top a little bit faster. Then obviously you have this area up top here where you can peek through the gaps in this cover, and you can really throw your opponents off, kind of peeking through these angles, you know, especially right here when you have a sniper. And you know, a lot of players will not be expecting, you know, people to be kind of threading the needle that much, you know, and barely exposing themselves. And you know, you can have a sniper right here and people are exposing themselves on training, and you pop right up and they don't even realize they're looking, you know, they're getting looked at right through this little gap right in the bottom right here, and they cannot even see it. So really nice trick there. Obviously you can actually even jump straight up the sword, I believe, from this location right here. Yep, right here is a really nice spot. I believe you can also even do it from here. Yes, you can. And then obviously you have the sword area where you can grab the sword here. Really nice sword, not too powerful on this map, but it is pretty useful, especially in this area over here, a little bit more close quarters, or maybe if you're holding their tower. But a nice little trick here in sword is you can hop up onto these TVs and actually use this as an angle to shoot and get any type of shots down onto their base and courtyard, which is actually not symmetrical with this side. This side only has a ledge here in MLG version, but the regular version of the map, you do not have anything to stand on. So but you can jump and try to get an angle with that. Let's see, we got some more tricks over here. Let's go ahead and head this way on the map. Oh, let me just hit that trick jump real quick. No, I'm not going to be able to hit it, man. It's so satisfying to hit this jump. One of my favorite jumps to hit. I've only done it a handful of times in the actual game, but got to practice it a little more. Maybe get it down a little bit better. But let's see here. We do have some ledges over here I could show off. Obviously, you got to jump up here onto the banana, and then you have these little ledges over here you can jump on, and even get up a little bit higher. You can get up to this ledge up here, which is even higher up than the yellow part. You can stand all the way up top, get a really nice angle jumping out all the way as high as possible. People really don't expect that. And also, guys, I'm sure a lot of people know, but a map feature on the pit is anybody in the vicinity of the brute flaps that pop up like that, you know, it gives away the enemy or your teammate's position on the map. Is when a Spartan is nearby, the flap will pop up. So for example, if somebody is in green hall right here, the flap will be up. So if someone is pushing right here in green hall and you're on this side, you see that flap up and your teammates are not by it, that means someone is pushing in green. But if you're on this side, it's not going to be up. So you got to really take that into account when you're pushing in green, that if you're closer to this side of the wall, you're going to be bringing that flap up on the training side, as opposed to over here, you're not going to be giving away your position from that brute popping up. So same thing with this side over here. You have this little pop up on the wall. Got to be careful because, you know, if you're in this area right here, people will know because of that. The range is pretty large for the brute to pop up, so you got to definitely be aware. But nice little trick right here where you can hop on the barrels and get an angle up onto this yellow ledge up here. Nice little angle there. And then let's see, you have the shotgun obviously here, a couple nades, and then I don't know, can you do it on this side too? But you can actually jump onto these loudspeakers. I know you can do it on the other base. I'm not sure if you can do it on this base. You might be able to, but nice little trick spot there as well, to hop onto that loudspeaker. I'll try to do it on the other side. It might be easier on the other side. But one thing to note as well, you got to be watching out for these cones that are going to be flying 100 miles an hour at you when you shoot these barrels. So you really got to take those into account when you're blowing up those barrels, to not get just completely demolished by flying cones, because they can ruin your fun very quickly if you're not careful. But camo going to be really huge on this map, guys. One of the probably the most important thing to control, because it's right in the middle of the map, so you're going to be able to make a lot more plays. You know, if you're in this location here, you're going to be able to, you know, peek on this side, easily run away. You know, if people are flanking on your courtyard, you can, you know, dip back really fast. So just controlling this middle area going to be really big for winning the game, on top of controlling the snipers as well. So, and then we obviously have this hiding spot here. People always hide in. Can hop up here, obviously using these ledges, very important as well, to be able to catch people off guard coming through green hall. And let's see if we can make this little speaker jump over here. Hey, there it is. Nice little cool ledge right here. And hide here. You know, not very situational spot, but it is a spot you can stand in. Mauler is going to be right there in the base. You can pick up as well. There is a ledge right here you can stand on, which is pretty useful. And, you know, there are so many other crazy trick jumps, honestly, on this map. You know, there's just endless amounts of things that, you know, you would have to make hour-long videos to be able to go over every little thing on every map. But I think we went over a lot of stuff today. We got a minute on the clock. We'll try to think of maybe a little more things to talk about here. Obviously, the power drain, very important to control. Oh, and I just remembered one more thing, actually, to close the video out. We do have a nade. One of my favorite nades to throw on this map is when I'm over here on long haul, on rockets. I like to kind of aim right up onto where that pole is connected to the ceiling, run forward and toss a nade, and basically where that goes is right onto their top tower, right there. So, and you can kind of judge based off of that to maybe like throw it a little bit farther back or maybe more to the right. And you can also throw like obviously sticky nades like that, and you're gonna be hitting right on their back tower, top tower area. See there, there's that nade right there. See, right on their top tower. So if you wanted to maybe throw those nades and then push in, really nice just strategy in general, because you're raining nades right on top of their tower, and then you're going to be pushing right in this location and shooting them at the same time. So really nice strategy there. But looks like our time is going to be up for today, guys. 15 minutes of some pro tips and tricks on the pit. Maybe we'll make a part 2 on the pit because it is more of a big map, but we did cover a decent amount of things. Hope you guys enjoyed it, man. Hope you guys learned a couple things. If you did, leave a like on the video, subscribe to this channel for daily Halo content, and guys, I will see you in the next one.